I found a dropshipping brand that's generated over $2.1 million in just the last 30 days, and I gave the entire business to the new GPT 5.6. And what the new OpenAI ChatGPT 5.6 Luna gave me completely shocked me. Check out these ads from the original store, and then check out the ads that I was able to remake. And the thing that I've done to make your life even easier is I've created a brand new set of skills that I've given to this new OpenAI model so that you can clone any store, make any ads that you want. So if you want to get access to the prompts and the skills, then you need to make sure we hit 500 likes on this video. Then it'll be in the pinned comment and in the description below. Now here you can see on my screen, I've got all the data up and the brand's name was Fit Sleeps. And you can see they've generated between 1.1 to 1.9 million. Now, when I looked at this a few weeks ago, it was 2.1 million. Now, all this data that you can see here, like their Trustpilot score, the amount of ads that they've got, how much revenue they've generated, how many monthly visitors they've got, I'm using the tool called Winning Hunter to get access to all this data. So I'm able to see how much money the store's making, what are their best selling products, what are their best selling ads. So essentially, I can get a really good picture on what's working for the brand. So you can see if I scroll down, guys, their best selling product is this Fit Sleep. And if we go to their website, this is the exact product that they're selling. This is the product that's mostly generated them $2.1 million every single month. They've got the standard version and the pro version. Now, just to prove that this is a dropshipping product and essentially a dropshipping brand, I reversed image searched the product on AliExpress. And you can see I found the exact same product here. And the funny thing is, the image that they've got on their website is literally the same as this one. So if you look at the image here, let's open this up, you can see it's the same image that they're using on their website. So this infographic is the same one on their website. Now you can see that they're running 287 active ads. So if we scroll down, you can see all the ads that they're running, their best performing ads are all to do with the Fit Sleep. So all this data proves that this store, number one, is selling a dropshipping product. Number two is generating these numbers between 1 to 2 million a month. It proves that they're running ads on Facebook to get sales. And if you're watching this, this just shows you guys the opportunity that dropshipping has. This store was able to take a dropshipping product and run it up to millions a month. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, dropshipping can't make money, the proof is literally here. So now I've shown you guys the proof that this dropshipping store was generating those crazy numbers. I'm now going to show you how I was able to recreate it using the new OpenAI model. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is open up chatgpt.com. And then you're going to see that the interface has changed. You're going to see in the top, you've got chat and you've got work. Now, work is their version of Claude Cowork, where they run multiple agents at the same time to do the work that you want it to do. Now, it's essential if you want the best performance, guys, you must have it on the work option. Now, I'm going to be honest, I actually canceled my Claude Max subscription and moved it over to OpenAI because I was so impressed. Now, I'm not affiliated or sponsored by OpenAI. I wish I was, but I'm not. Now, when you come over and you switch it over to work, you're going to see in the bottom right the new models. Now, you're going to want to make sure that you're on this model here, which is called GPT 5.6 Sol. Then you're going to want to make sure you go on to advanced. And you can see here in advanced, you can change how smart it is. You want it on high. Make sure the smartness is turned on high. Now, once you've done that, guys, you've got the agent ready and set up. So guys, before I get into the next part of today's case study, I wanted to make a quick announcement. If you've been looking for the best mentoring, we're not talking about group mentoring, we're talking about one-to-one mentoring for your e-commerce and dropshipping experience, then you're in the right place. The amount of people that reach out to me on Instagram or comment on the video saying, do you have one-to-one mentoring? Can I work with you? Then yes, guys, I do offer a one-to-one mentorship. And it isn't just any mentorship. We've been offering mentoring in the dropshipping space now for over 7 years, and our track record is proven. We have some of the most successful students that have graduated from our e-commerce mentorship. We're one of the only few companies that still offer one-to-one mentoring, and we're one of the first companies to ever do it. So if you're looking for a one-to-one mentor to help you with your dropshipping store, taking you from the very beginning, finding a winning product, building the store, launching the ads, having an accountability partner, feeling like you have the confidence to run your store without worrying about, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? How do I find the little gems about how to do it correctly? Your mentor will figure that out with you. He will turn you into a dropshipping professional within 30 days. I can guarantee that the mentoring that we offer in our company is the highest quality of education in the industry.
Now, I don't want to talk too much about the mentoring, guys, but I know a lot of you guys have been asking for it. So if you want to apply for one-on-one mentorship, there'll be a link in the comment and there'll be a QR code on the screen so you can apply. But before you apply, guys, only apply if you're serious and you have a good budget. We only want to work with people that have a good mindset and a good budget so it doesn't slow them down through the process. Our most successful students have always been the ones that have the correct mindset and they have a budget to spend on ads. Now, if I was to guess, all the available spots for the one-to-one mentoring for Q1 will be fully booked by the end of the next 2 days. So if you want to make sure that you can join, make sure you apply by scanning the QR code or clicking the link in the description before it's too late and we reopen for the next quarter.
Now, there is something else that we need to do so we can connect things to this agent like we could do with Claude Cowork, which essentially is our Shopify stores, our product research tools, our video making tools. We do need to connect those to OpenAI. Now, the only way to do this is you need to turn on developer mode. Without developer mode, you cannot do this. So you're going to want to come over in the bottom left where your account is, and you're going to want to go over to settings. You're then going to go over to where it says security and login. You're then going to scroll down and you're going to see developer mode. You're going to want to make sure you turn developer mode on. Now, the reason why is because this is what will allow us to create custom MCPs, which is what we're going to need. Now, once you've got that turned on, you're going to come back to the left-hand side, open up the sidebar, and you're going to see something called plugins. You're going to want to select this. Then you're going to see the ones that are pre-installed through OpenAI. Now, there are some that are missing on here that we're going to need. For example, the first one is product research, or how I found that store doing $2.1 million. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click plus here, and you're going to see this is where we can add a custom connector. Now, for example, I'm using Winning Hunter to do all the product research for me, but I'm getting the AI model to go through it for me instead of me manually looking through it. Now, if you've got a Winning Hunter account, you're going to want to go over to your account and go to where it says connect to AI. And then you're going to see here chatgpt. And then what you're going to do is you're going to copy this MCP. You're going to go back and you're going to paste it in here where it says connection. Now, if you don't want to use Winning Hunter for product research, which I don't understand why you wouldn't, because it's where all the active data is. But let's say you don't want to use it. I will be showing you an alternative prompt that you can give this model that will do the research without using Winning Hunter. But I'm going to be honest, it's not as good because it hasn't got data to work off. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to do is search for plugins and you're going to see Shopify. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to connect to Shopify. So you can see how mine says connected. You're going to click connect. Now, you're going to want to make sure that your Shopify store is created. If you haven't already created a Shopify store or you're going to make a new Shopify store, make sure you use my link in the description to sign up to Shopify, because what you'll get is 3 months for $3. So $1 each month for 3 months. And it also helps support this YouTube channel, as I will get an affiliate commission. But that's literally the only thing that I tell you guys to use, which is just my Shopify link. Now, once you've got your Shopify store created, you're going to want to connect it here. When you click connect, it will open you up in Shopify. It will ask you to download the app for OpenAI. You're going to click yes, and then it will bring you back to this page showing it's connected. The reason why we need to connect it is because this is the tool that OpenAI is going to use to create our landing pages. Now, once you've done that, in the top left, you're going to see plugins again. You're just going to go to where it says new chat and you're going to go back to work. Now, your pre-existing settings that we just configured should be back to normal. You can see mine's on GBT 5.6 Sol high. And now we can essentially get started with the workload because we've now set up everything in our ChatGPT section. If you come over to plugins underneath the chat, you can see I've got Shopify, I've got Winning Hunter, and I've got Higgsfield. Now, Higgsfield we'll do a little bit later, as that's what I'm going to be using to create my ads. But essentially, the agent's got access to everything it needs. So the first thing that we need to do is find a winning product or a winning dropshipping store that we can remake. Now, I've already got mine, but I'm going to show you how I found it. So if you come over to this Google Docs sheet, you're going to find a prompt. You're going to copy the prompt. You're literally just going to go back and you're going to paste it here. And then you're going to click send. That's the prompt that you're going to use if you've connected Winning Hunter, or if you've connected any other tool that is a product research tool that can work with agents. I don't know any of them, but Winning Hunter. But I'm just saying, if you know one that I'm not using, you can still use that prompt, but you just need to reword it to whatever tool it is that you're using. Now, if you're not using any paid tools to find data, essentially you're just paying for the data. That's why I'm using these tools. And the agent gathers the data. But let's say you don't want any of those paid tools to get the data and you want to do it for free. Then I've left an alternative prompt in the cheat sheet and it's called the no paid method. Again, it's not as good, but it's there as an alternative if you're going to need it. But essentially, once the prompt is finished, you're going to see you've got an answer like this. So you can see the live check was complete on the 10th of July. It's gone through Winning Hunters Explore Stores feature, and it's found these different stores. So you can see Store 1, Store 2, Store 3, Store 4, Store 5. Then it goes over which is the best store out of them all. And you can see it leaves the links for everything here, so I can just click on it and it opens it up. Now, what you're going to want to do is once you've got the response, you do need to check through what it's given you to make sure it is correct. So for example, number 1, what it's recommended, I need to go on Winning Hunter and verify that it is making money on this track store version. And I need to see how many active ads there are. So essentially, you should have a screen that looks like this for the brands that it's found. And you can look at how much revenue they've generated, how many active ads they've got, and what are their best performing ads. And then what you need to do is you need to find out whether or not it's a drop shipping product. And the best way to do it first is to reverse image search that it exists on AliExpress. Now, we're not going to be sourcing the product from AliExpress, but we need to know that it exists in the drop shipping world. And AliExpress has the biggest range of catalog. So as long as it's on AliExpress, we can definitely dropship it using our private supplier. Now, once you've verified you can get it on AliExpress and you've found a store that looks just as good as mine that I've found, then we can move on. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to say is, I now need you to build me a Shopify landing page in HTML first for this product. Then you're going to give it a link to your competitor's store. And you're going to say, I need this to be a landing page designed for high CTR. Then once you've done that, it's going to give you 3 options. So not 1 option, but 3 quick previews of which design is your favorite. Number 1 is the premium dark sleep tech. Number 2 is the clean clinical confidence one. And number 3 is the bold direct response editorial. And this is what I really like about this new model. It really goes into what the technicalities are. And you can see on the right-hand side, guys, by the way, the outputs, the sources, and the browser. So this is really important to see because you can see everything that's happening in live time. And you can see how many sub-agents have been used to do the work. For me right now, I've used 12. Now, for example, I really like the clean clinical confidence store. So I'm going to get the AI to make this store. Now, you can see the AI agent said, I'll build this as a second fit sleep concept. Now, the reason why it's saying second is because it already built me one in the past. I've just asked it to remake the one I want. Now, you can see the AI agent said, I'll build the fitness sleep concept using the same product and offer. So you can see now it's going to build me that landing page. Now, this will take around about 5 to 8 minutes. Whilst we're waiting for the AI to build the concept landing page, you're going to want to go back to Shopify and you're going to want to add the product to your store, because in the next prompt that we're going to give the agent, we're going to get them to build the store on Shopify. And if the agent can't find the product on your store, it will bug out and crash. So it's best to add the product now so that when you give it the follow-up prompt next, there is no issues. Like I said, I'm going to be using my own supplier that I'd recommend, which is called USA Drop. Now, you guys can also use them for completely free. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comment. They're essentially the best fulfillment partner in the whole of dropshipping, and they've been around for 11 years. And I've been using them since 2022. Now, I'm going to go over to the App Store, and I'm going to go to where it says All Recommended Apps, and I'm going to type in USA Drop. And you can see it here, guys. And now I'm going to click install, and then you're going to click install again. Then you need to log into your account. If you haven't already got an account, then you can create an account using the link in the description. Again, it's completely free. And then you can see here, I've logged in and I can see all the stores that are connected to my account. Now, the reason why we're going to be using USA Drop is because they've got the best shipping lines, which means they can get the product to our customer within 5 to 12 days instead of over 15 days. They've got some of the best warehouses, which means processing times are ultra fast. They're very honest about what they have in their warehouse versus what they don't. A lot of suppliers lie, so that means that they have to drop ship you again to get it from another supplier. So I just like the honesty and transparency, and most important, the customer support from these guys. So these are the reasons why I use USA Drop over any other supplier. Now, once you've got your USA Drop account open, you're going to want to go over to where it says products, find products, and then you can search for your product here, or you can image search for it. Now, if you can't find your product in their warehouses and their catalog, you can go over to where it says sourcing. You can click source in products. You can paste the AliExpress link here and you can upload the image. And that's why I said it's important to know this on AliExpress first so that you can submit a sourcing request if USA Drop don't have it. And then once they've done it, you're going to see that you get a quotation and you can click view details and see all the information about your quotation and how long it's going to take and how much it will cost to source this product. Then once you've done that, guys, and you've got your product in USA drop, you're going to import it to your Shopify store. And then once it's imported, guys, that's it. Everything's done. You can now be confident in your supplier sending your products out on time and making sure it's the best quality. Now, something that I do want to quickly mention is their private agent program. Now, you do not need to pay to be on this. You just need to essentially get orders. So if you get over 5 daily orders, you become eligible for their private agent program, which basically means they're more hands-on with your brand. They help source and supply for cheaper quotes, and they can get you better shipping quotes. And again, you don't need to pay for it. You just have to qualify based on the orders you're getting, whereas other companies will charge you a monthly subscription. Now, once we've done this, guys, you're going to go over to where it says products on your store, and you're going to want to make sure the product is here. 10 minutes later, OpenAI has delivered the landing page. And you can see here, it says the clinically confident fit sleep landing page is complete. And you can see it's giving me the HTML file and a live preview. So within OpenAI's chat, you can actually live preview it. So if you click here where it says full screen, it will show you what the store looks like in full screen. And you can see this looks really, really good. Now, the images are a bit hit and miss. We're going to worry about those later on. I just care more about the landing page and how it looks. But the landing page itself looks really, really good. The images need changing, but we can change those later on. But the actual landing page itself, which is the most important, looks really, really good. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click the download code file button, and then you're going to have it as HTML. You're going to open it up in HTML. And this shows you the full screen view. But then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click inspect, and you're going to change this to mobile. So you can see here on inspect, you have this iPad/laptop look. This is where you're going to want to click, because if it doesn't look good in mobile, then there's no point carrying on. So you can see on mobile, this looks really good. It fits the page. It has everything on it. I don't see any issues with the mobile version. The only issue that I can see with the mobile version is the comparison chart is a swipe when it should just be one block. But apart from that, that is the only problem with the landing page. Now, just to save a little bit of time on the video, I'm not going to correct this, but essentially I'd need to give it a follow-up prompt saying, make the comparison chart not a scroll, just one static section. Now, what you're going to want to do, guys, is you're going to want to go back to the open sidebar, and you're going to want to go over to where it says plugins, and you're going to go to where it says plus, and you're going to want to go over to where it says skills in the top, and you're going to go to plus, and you're going to go to where it says upload from computer. Now, there's going to be 2 skill files in the cheat sheet, linked in the description and in the pinned comment. And those 2 skill files is going to be number 1, build winning UGC ads, and number 2, Shopify HTML landing page. And then the third one that you're going to get is D2C infographic generator. So these are the 3 skills that you're going to need. I know I said 2, but technically the third one is D2C infographic, but it is optional. The 2 that are mandatory are the top ones here. But again, they're all available for you guys once we hit the light goal, and then you can just upload them here. Now, once you've uploaded the skills, you can go back to your conversation. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to give it this prompt. Now, to do this, you can either try it in your existing chat, the one that generated the page and did the product research. But I came across a bug where I did it in the same chat and it wouldn't work. But then as soon as I gave it this prompt in a new chat, it worked completely fine. It was like a little bug with the Shopify connector just bugging out. But like I said, when I opened up a new window in OpenAI, it worked without any issues. Now for me, I'm going to do it like this again, just so I know it's definitely going to work. So on new chat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this prompt in. So I pasted this prompt in and I've added Shopify. So to do that, you just click the @ symbol and you search for the connector. So it'd be Shopify. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add your HTML file. So my HTML file is here. Then you're also going to use @ and it's going to be Shopify. Then you're going to use the skill Shopify HTML to landing page. So you need to add the skill as well. So you should have the skill and you should have Shopify and your HTML file that you've got. Then you're going to click send. Now, once you've sent that prompt, you can see it's starting to work away. I'm using the Shopify HTML skill. You can see that it's inspected everything. It's got 12 distinctive visual models that need to be made. You can see it's fetching the information from the Shopify store. And you can see here, it's found the exact product that it needs to build the landing page for. Like I said to you guys before, if you don't add the product, it's going to look for it. And if it can't find it, it will then come into a bug. It will crash and it'll say it can't find it. And you'll waste like 15 to 20 minutes. So because I've already done it, you can see it's found the product. It knows which product to build the landing page for. But as soon as you see the product preview open, this basically means that the agent knows what it's doing. So from here to it building the store, it should take around about 15 minutes and it should complete the task without any issues. As long as you've given it my skill and the HTML file, and you see this where it shows Shopify, then it just needs to work away in the background. And like I said, it can take between 10 and 15 minutes. Now, as this is going to take a while, we might as well move on to building the ads and be more proactive. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave that in the background running. We're going to open up a new window, and to make my ads, I am going to be using Higgsfield. Now, once you've created an account on Higgsfield, and even if you don't use Higgsfield and you're using another video model tool, now Higgsfield essentially gives you access to all the video models, all the image models, and I find it is the best tool to use with AI models. It is the best tool to use with AI agents. But like I said, if you've got another version, as long as it's got an MCP connector, you can feel free to use it. Then you're going to want to go over to where it says MCP and CLI. And you're going to go over to where it says MCP, and you're going to change it to chatgpt. And then you're going to copy this URL. You're going to go back to OpenAI, and you're going to go back to where it says plugins. Plus, you're going to call this one Higgsfield. You're going to add the connector here. And then you're going to click this confirm button. And then you're going to click create. Now remember guys, to go over to the three dots, click manage, and you're going to go over to where it says permissions. Now I changed mine to allow all actions. That way the agent runs in the background without me having to approve it all the time. Now another really important thing is before we start using this to build the landing page is when you install Shopify and any other MCPs or connectors, go to the three dots, click manage, and you're going to see permissions. I always put this on allow all actions. It does show as elevated risk, but essentially it means the agent can do the task without having to constantly ask us to approve it. So I personally do that to make it faster, but it's completely up to you if you want to manually approve everything. Then once you've done that, guys, we can go back to the chat, and then you're going to use that skill that I've just given you. And then in your new chat, you're going to paste this prompt from the Google Doc sheet, and it says, I now need you to use the Higgsfield connector. Now, what I've done is I've given the link to Fit Sleep from Winning Hunter. So I essentially copied this link where it shows all the winning information. Now, again, this is probably only going to work if you've got Winning Hunter. The tool has access to view this data. So I've given it this link, and I've said, check all their winning ads. And I want you to use the Sedans 2.0 video model and create 3 clips to make the ads. Now, before you create them, tell me the ad ideas you come up with so I can approve them before you create them. Now, again, for this to work and you sending it your Winning Hunter link, you do need Winning Hunter connected to your OpenAI. Now, you can find any brand's page ad library for completely free if you go to the ad library. You just need to know the brand name that you want to track. And then you can see I put Fit Sleeps in, and you can see all of their ads. Now, you can also sort this by impressions high to low, which I'd recommend you put it to high. That way it shows you their best performing ads. But you're not going to see critical data that you're going to need. Now, if you are using the free method, then what you're going to want to do is once you've got the Facebook ad library link that you found for the brand, you're going to copy it and you're going to replace it with the link that I put from Winning Hunter. But that's essentially how you get around it using the free method. Then once you've done that, guys, you're going to want to click send. Now, once you've done that, you're also going to click the @ symbol and you're going to type in UGC. And you're going to see here, build winning UGC ads. That's the skill then added. Now, just to clarify, guys, before you do this, you're going to want to make sure that you know what brand's ads that you're going to want to recreate or make better. And you're going to want to make sure that they are performing well and they're making money. Without a winning ad, you're not going to make any money with these products. So you need to make sure that the referencing that you're using is actually legit making money. If it's not, then you're giving the AI and the agents all the wrong information. And then don't complain if your ads don't convert because you've given it the wrong info. Now, it's really important to watch and read what the agent's doing so we don't waste credits. So you can see it says here, I'm using the skill, I've confirmed the winning ad workflow, and I've pulled actual fitness sleep meta creatives now. So you can see it's pulling it in live data. It says Winning Hunter is still processing the creative pull. The working constraint is clear already. Each concept will be 45 seconds each, separated into 15 seconds sedans clips, hook, value, demonstration, and then a call to action. So you can see in live action, it's pulled up the winning formula that it's going to use. Now, although we're not technically doing the work and the agent is, we still need to make sure it's doing it correctly. Because agents aren't perfect, they can sometimes hallucinate and they can sometimes go off the rails. So just like that, guys, you can see we've got this notification, Shopify landing page installed. So now what we can do is we can leave this now in the background to do the work and we can go back to our landing page. And just quickly before we carry on, let me know in the comment section below which AI agent you prefer at the moment. Is it this new OpenAI model or is it Claude Cowork? Again, me personally, I actually prefer the new OpenAI. You can see now there's a green little icon saying it's done, so we can open it. And you can see here it says it's installed successfully, 100% wake up alarm. Horizon Fitness 2 sections V2. And you can see it's added all of the sections for us, and we can open it up on the Shopify editor. You can see here it says Horizon Fit Sleep sections V2. We can go over here and we can click the three dots and we can click edit. What we can do is we can click here to view it. And then what we can do is we can select the product here where it says products. So the store has been made successfully and it looks amazing. Now, one thing that I do need to do quickly is make sure that this is all editable, because we're not HTML dumping this. We're actually creating a real Shopify liquid section. So if I click on this, you can see now on the left-hand side, it's allowing me to change everything. So I can change absolutely everything in this preview. Everything by the looks of it can be edited. I'm just checking all the sections. I can click on them all and they're all being changed. I can even change the comparison chart. I can change the reviews. So guys, it's done it really, really well. Now, the thing that I recommend that you guys do to the store, the last few changes would be create a logo, and I'll do that in Higgsfield. And then the other thing is use the D2C infographic skill that I've given you and just tell it to make some more images for your brand. And what you can also do to make even better images for your brand is you can actually open up their ads on Winning Hunter. So if I go down to their page and click on it, you'll see it'll open up all the ads for the product for this brand. What you can do is you can change the media type to images, and then it shows you the best performing images if you change it to where it says highest reach / spend. So now I'm only seeing their best performing images. What you can essentially do is you can actually print screen these, all of these ones that you can see here that I've got. These are their best performing images. You can print screen all of these images and get the AI to remake better ones for you. But you know that these are the best images because we filtered it by highest spend and images, so that you know these are the ones that are converting the best. And if they're converting really well on ads, they convert really well on pages. So I'd print screen these, give the agent the skill to remake them. Now, because OpenAI has its own image model, the best thing is you don't need to use Higgsfield to generate these images. You can get OpenAI to generate them using its own model. And that's why I prefer OpenAI to Claude at the moment, because it has its own image model, which just makes more sense to do it. That way you're not burning extra credits through Higgsfield. Now, just to show you a real example of how I'd do this is I'd go to where it says View Details, and I'd click Download. I'd also do the same here. View Details, Download, View Details again, Download. This one's also really good, so View Details and Download. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go back to this chat, and you're going to say, I now need you to make me landing page images. I've added some examples, make them similar, use my brand colors, and make them an aspect ratio 1:1 using GBT image 2. Reason why we want aspect ratio 1:1 is because it's the one that we use on Shopify. So now I'm going to go to add files, downloads, and you can see all of them here. So what I can do, guys, is I can just open all of these, and you can see them all here, and then I'm going to click send. And now what the agent will do is it will recreate all these images, but with our branding style and colors. Then once you're on the image model, guys, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to change this to GBT image 2. And what you're going to want to do is change the model over here to Recraft V41. You're going to want to change it to vector mode. You're then going to change it to Pro, and you're going to have batch size number 2. You're going to put, I want a logo for my brand, typography logo, which basically means just text. My brand name is Fit Sleep. I sell a fitness alarm band, which you're telling it what you're selling, and then just click generate. Now, the reason why we're using Recraft is because it is the best model at making logos. The only issue that I've made is I forgot to give it my brand color logos. So I can just copy the hex code from the banner, and you can see just like this, the logo's been made and it looks really, really good. Then once you've got your logo, guys, you can download these and then add them to your store. Then if we go back to our GBT chat, you can see it's already delivered one of the images for us. So we can download this by clicking the share button, download. Now it's going to take around about another 10 minutes to get all the other images, but we can slowly start adding them to the store. So we can click on the section. We can go to where it says select product image. We can click upload, and we can select the image. Then we can click done, and then you can see the image has been changed. So if we go to mobile, you can see that this is the new image. I think a lifestyle image will look better there, which I'll add later. And once you've done that, guys, that's literally the landing page done. And it looks insanely good considering we used AI to do the whole thing. No paid themes and no developer doing it for us. Literally just an AI agent. So now we've finished the landing page, we can now finish off the ads. Now you can see it's delivered all of the ad ideas. So number 1 is my 15 alarms, and you can see it's its top choice for the ad. So it shows clip 1 would be showing a phone containing 15 alarms and the creator sleeping through them. Then clip 2, then click 3. Then it shows ad concept number 2, which is my alarms were ruining my relationship. Then you got the third ad angle, number 4. Now, what I'd recommend that you guys do is read through all of these and see which one is your favorite. Now, usually the top choice is the best, but I'm not going to lie, top choice and number 2 are the best. These two, in my opinion, are the strongest angles. Now, once you're ready, guys, you're going to click create, and then you're going to tell it which ad you want it to create. So, for example, I can copy this and I can paste saying, make this ad. Then once you've done that, guys, it will then connect to Higgsfield and start generating the clips and the prompts to make the video. Now, this is super important. Before you send this prompt, we need to create a 360 visual of the product so that the AI doesn't get any mistakes what the product looks like. You want the product consistency to be 100%. The only way to do that is to give the AI a 360 image of the product. Now, don't worry if you don't have it, we can create it ourselves. So if you go back over to Higgsfield and go to the image model, you're going to want to use GPT image 2. You're going to want to make sure this one is again 4:3 and you get 2 versions at 2K. You're going to want to give it this prompt. I now need you to make me an image catalog of the product showing all sides, product visually, so I can turn it into an element. Then you're going to want to find on Amazon somebody selling your product. Give it that link and paste it here. Then once it's done, you're going to get an image that looks like this or this. Now, what you're going to want to do is just check which one is the most accurate. Now, they're not going to be 100% accurate unless the listing has every side of your product. Sometimes the AI will have to try and make out what the product would look like if it doesn't have the view of that angle. And that's an example with my product. I don't have a full visual of it, so some parts like the back band has been remade. But overall, the top view and the detailed textured view is 100% accurate. And the inside view is pretty much accurate. So what I can do now is I can download this and I can go back to the agent and I can upload the image and say, use the image that I've uploaded as my product, as the product has to be consistent. And then the AI agent now has a full view of what your product looks like, so that it makes sure that it doesn't get the product wrong in the videos. So after 15 minutes, the agent gave Higgsfield all the videos and it's made them. Now this takes a long time, not because of OpenAI, because Higgsfield Sedans 2.0 just takes ages to generate videos. The video model tool just takes a long time to generate videos. But 5 to 10 minutes ago, this wasn't here. Now don't worry if you're seeing an error. You probably ain't, but if you do see an error like this, you can just go over to your Higgsfield account, go over to where it says video, and you'll see all the videos that it's made. So even if they don't load here correctly, they'll definitely load in your account. So you can see all these videos that have been generated were the ones that the OpenAI agent prompted it to generate. So you can see I've got all the videos here. Now, the reason why I've actually got a few more videos than you is because I got it to create 2 different ads. Now, the second ad that I got it to generate, if I show you the conversation, and I went to the winning ads for the page, so I went back to the page, then I filtered it by most highest reach and spend. I changed the media type to video, and then I changed the language to English. Now, I actually manually downloaded this video here. So I clicked view details and I downloaded the video and then I transcribed it with AI. So you can see I've got the transcript. I then went back to OpenAI, uploaded the video and uploaded the transcript. And I got the AI to make me another set of videos based on that ad. And the results based on this was even better than the original ads that it generated. So the second batch of ads it generated were way better. So this method actually works a lot better. So now you've got all your video clips made, you can then go over to CapCut, and then what we can do is we can click Create New, we can go to 9:16, and what we can do is we can upload all the files here, so you can see I've got all the video clips here, and you're going to want to drag them in the timeline. Guys, I've already edited these, but you're going to want to piece them together, like which parts make the most sense in which area. Now, this should take you around about 20 minutes, so when you dump all the footage in, you've got to look at the videos and say, what parts look best in which sections. Now, although we got the AI to make the hook first, the value second, it doesn't mean you have to put it in that order. But when I've done it, I find that I move a lot of stuff around just to create a really good ad. So you're going to have to chop things around. Another thing I'd recommend that you do is speed up the clips to 1.1. And then what I also did is you can see some B-roll here that I've added on top of the original clip. Now, these are just extra B-rolls that I got from the other clips that were made to emphasize some of the points. Then I just captioned it, so you can see I've got captions turned on. And then if we watch this ad together now, this is the final version.
Oh, this used to be me every morning. 15 alarms, and I'd still sleep through every one. Then I found this. This band wakes me by vibrating directly on my wrist. No app, no noisy alarm, and it doesn't wake my partner. The problem wasn't needing something louder. I'd learned to ignore the sound. If you're a heavy sleeper, this is the first alarm that's actually worked for me. It's silent, rechargeable, and it wakes me without waking everyone else. First alarm, no snoozing, and nobody else gets woken up. Tap shop now and try the wake up bar.
And then once you've got your 3 to 5 ads, you can launch them on Facebook. And I'll leave my full Facebook ad tutorial linked in the description so you can watch my scaling strategy and my testing strategy. Those videos are almost an hour long each, and they go over my full Facebook ad strategy, testing the product and then scaling it. But like I said, guys, this is literally how I'm able to clone winning dropshipping stores and recreate them using the new AI tools like OpenAI. And it's crazy at how good this is. The crazy part is this isn't just a dropshipping brand, it's a dropshipping brand using AI to generate millions of dollars. So the question is, why are you not doing this? And now I've made this video, there's no reason why you can't do it.